And we're live. And welcome to another session of Sing and Breakdown. And we're doing Rasaali from Accham Yenbadhu Madamayada. And if you didn't get a chance to watch the first session, which is on YouTube, go on there and subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon. And we are breaking down songs and we are talking all things music and we're talking about composition, how to sing it, and we're going to live sing it and attempt a song. And this time, the song Rasali from Accham Yenbadhu Madamayada is a Tamil song, and it's composed by none other than A.R. Rahman. So we were kind of excited and scared mostly. And then we will try to sing it as closely as possible. If not, uh, we'll take it back with us as homework and come back, with a better version. And this joining me is Yudhajeet Dasgupta or Yudho. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, hello,
And
hello.
and Yudho has been singing for how many years, Yudho? It's been all your life, I
As long
guess.
as I can remember, I guess. But yeah, learning for close to 30 years, still learning.
30 years and still singing and singing fantastic. And the so here's the thing. So first of all, I have to appreciate Yuddho's singing for many different reasons. Obviously, there are so many different reasons, but I know you're too modest about this, but you've sung in different languages. You've sung in all kinds of different languages and within the 10 years of us collaborating, you've sung in English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam as well.
Malayalam as
Yeah,
well, yeah.
yeah. So so I appreciate this guy so much. He's sung all kinds of languages, and his native language is Bengali, and obviously he's sung in Bengali as well. But to pick up those songs with that kind of perfection and all of those things, I really appreciate you, man, for doing that. It's hard, and Tamil especially is one of the hardest languages to pick up. Especially the pronunciation is, even when I'm saying Tamil, it's ra, right? It's, it's that level of detail. So it's really great to have you. And let's jump into the song. It's uh, I'm excited because it has multiple songs within one song, and you'll know what I mean
Oh,
when
I,
you play
lo-
it.
I love this song. As you can tell, I'm already bouncing up and down because I just cannot stay still when this song plays or when I'm singing that song. It has so much energy going on. Just the rhythm, like there's so many things to love in the song, especially like you said, there are like three or four songs going in that one song. But just the groove of this song is so awesome that like one cannot just stay still or just sing this or perform this song still. So like always in a state of motion. So why do you like this song so much?
Oh well, it's been a love affair almost. It's the first song that I heard from this movie was the Talli Pogade, which sung by Sid Sriram, and then that was just fantastic, and it's still my phone ringtone. And then the next song that I heard was this song, and I was like, "Is this movie full of these fantastic songs?" And most people know the first one, which is kind of more popular than this one, and not many people talk about this one. But I love it because it has so many different genres mixed in, put together. It's just a song that you would love singing, right? It just keeps coming back to your head. But you start singing the first line, and the next line it just is organically built. So I love such compositions, and it's just fantastic that this song exists.
So Talipogate is the it's a song which is like a little bit jazzy, right?
It's yeah,
Something like that, right?
it's more like a
Yeah.
it has an electronic whole beat going on. And another thing about that song is like we'll come to it at some point. But another thing about that song is that it is super organic, right? It doesn't have these repetitive chorus phrases, as you would expect in one song. Um, and I think it speaks to the composer, right?
Of course, yeah.
Because he's evolved. If you can see from 90s to now, when starting from "Ye Hasi Wadiyan, Ye Khula Asman." So that kind of repetitiveness is not present anymore. I
Yeah,
guess there is some kind of chorus when "Tal Tal Pogade Yadayum." That happens much later, but till that point, it's just a separate, different line altogether. Like every line is different
yeah, yeah. It's,
in
it's,
the
it's like the
composition.
Rehna Tu song of
Yeah,
Dill
yeah,
Jeans. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
Rahman appreciation. We can we can make so many videos of Rahman appreciation, right?
yeah.
Uh,
We're fanboys, big Rahman fanboys. To those of
yeah,
you
I
who
think you
don't
had
know.
asked me to pick up this song, and as is very common, I ignored you. Yeah, what song is this? And someday it just automatically played because I think I was taking a shower or something, and this song was played, and I couldn't skip to the song that I need, and it just played automatically. I was like, what is this song? What is going on? What is this bass line? This groove is insane. So where do we start from? Oh, by the way, a disclaimer, I picked up the interlude portion, the first interlude of the song. I have sung this, I've recorded this, I had put sargam in that, but apart from that, I have not picked up the song. I've heard it many times, but picking up was basically understanding the notes, note by note, reproducing it, and also the pronunciation of the words. I haven't really picked up because like I don't understand what is being said, and also yeah, I don't know the pronunciation of the words, so this will be very rough and very non-Tamil. But yeah, this is where we start.
No, but honestly, some of the recordings you have to hear because he's done a fantastic job at picking up Tamil, and it's all on my YouTube. So go and search for it after this session.
It
Uh,
helps you. Varun is after you. Is like, you can do better in this pronunciation. That's not exactly how this word is pronounced.
Well, and then you see YouTube comments, right, saying, "Oh, great singing, amazing voice." That one word is not kind
That
of,
one word
not
is
not.
not how you say it. Anyway, any feedback is golden feedback. So here we go, Rasali. Should I play from the beginning?
Yeah.
So the song starts in a strings patch, right? So it sets the mood for the song.
Oh, so-
So from this part, you don't really know what is going to happen. Like you have
yeah,
no idea. If this is the first time you're coming across this
yeah,
song, you're saying, "Oh, such a nice vibe, romantic song."
yeah.
You have no idea that you are in for a wild roller coaster of a ride. That does not come until like the first interlude starts. So we'll play this. Now kick drum comes in. And then the hi-hat or the tambourine will come in, and that just instead of like 1 and 3, it's going on 2 and 4, and just that sets you up for the basic group.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the best choruses ever because
Oh
I'm
my
I'm just in
god.
love with the way it just picks up. Even the singers, right? Satya Prakash and Shasha Tirupati, they've done a fantastic job and the texture of their voice when Shasha Tirupati starts singing is just amazing, you know. Um, and the chorus is obviously the high point of it.
Yeah.
Rasaali, pandayama, pandayama. Wow, and the chorus itself has these four different phrases put together, right? It's so
Yeah,
happy.
the common note in there is just like you would not expect from the rest of the intro that you will have. Na Pandayama.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
such a
so
such a
yeah, but yeah, it's there.
wow.
Uh, yeah, so let's try to sing it. பறக்கும் ராசாளியே ராசாளியே நில்லு இங்கு நீ வேகமா நான் வேகமா சொல்லு கரிகாலம் பொய் சொல்லும் என்றே நான் கண்டேன் கண்டேனே பறவை போலாகினேன் போலாகினேன் என்று சிறகும் என் கைகளும் என் கைகளும் என்று Rasani. I don't know the chords of this song also. Hold on. Yeah,
Again.
Rasani Pandayama Pandayama நீ முன்னியா நான் முன்னியா பார்ப்போம் பார்ப்போம் முதலில் யார் சொல்வது அன்பு முதலில் யார் ஏவது யார் ஏவது மௌனம் பேசாமலே பேசாமலே சொல்ல வாவினீனில் கமலம் Hey, I did extra.
Yeah, that's bound to happen.
So so when you apart from the range of the song, it seems like a very straightforward, like a romantic melody, right?
Yeah,
With a little bit
yeah,
of a like a little bit of a rousing chorus,
yeah.
because like it's taking you on a high, bringing you back, and that komal note is adding a little bit of a mood over there, but nothing crazy. Like, it's a good song. It's a good song, right?
Yeah.
uh, but have you picked up the song for singing?
Well, picked up as in like heard it a million times, yes,
Same,
but
same.
like it's been in my mind for a while,
Yeah.
and some of the lines are kind of easy to pick up because
Yeah.
it's, as you said, it's straightforward. It's a romantic melody, but it's tricky, very tricky. In some places, it's just you don't expect things like that. You don't expect the song to break into a Carnatic concert, you know?
Hey, no, don't give it away. We,
Okay.
we,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
will, yeah, we will get there.
yeah.
But from the first portion, I appreciate the little bit of like very touch and go kind of variations. முதலில் யார் சொல்வது? So very light, but like not very different from the gamak things that we did, right? It's just light, it's touch and go, and it's flowy, it's breezy. Was it? So when you're doing these loopy things, it's a little difficult to stay on the notes, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
பறவை
yeah,
போலாகினேன் போலாகினேன் என்று. There's
yeah,
so the way Sasha
yeah.
is
I
doing.
see what you mean. It's I don't think I'm hitting those mostly, like not consciously at least.
Yeah.
And it's easy to skip over. It's almost like as you said, this part, right? Na 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 na.
No, extra. Na, 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 na. பறவை
Na, na, na,
போலாகினேன்
na, na.
போலாகினேன் என்று. So that's line.
Do you mean there's an extra there or no, not
There
there?
is no this thing.
Oh, okay.
Na, 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 na. So that's how.
Polagine ninju
Ola, the is starting on that
polai.
note, in the
Oh,
high
really?
note.
Okay.
Ola,
Polagine ninju
exactly,
chiragum en kaigalum un kaigalum onru.
exactly.
Nice. Yeah, those kind of so all those kinds of it's as you said organic rise and
Yeah.
then organically it comes back. Na, 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 na. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Uh,
கடிகாரம் பொய் சொல்லும் என்று நான் கண்டேன்
extra.
கிழக்கெல்லாம். It is extra, but I love doing
It's like, that's upar wala that you did extra.
கிழக்கெல்லாம் மேற்காகிட கண்டேனே.
Another thing to keep in mind is you have to take a big breath before Rasali, before
Oh,
the
it's
chorus.
that's so complicated because it's such a
Rasali
long phrase.
Vandayama, Vandayama. You don't have,
Yeah,
from the moment you begin Rasali till Ni Mundiya, you don't have an opportunity to take a breath. So
yeah,
you have to be
absolutely
very
no.
mindful. Like, if you
It's
don't take a breath before
complete.
Rasali, you're
Yeah,
screwed.
it's so it needs breath control. It needs the notes. It needs the articulation. It needs so many things to it, right? But it on the face of it, it seems so simple, right?
Yeah, because he is
It's
singing it
yeah.
effortlessly.
It's almost like it's like a road trip song, right? Would you agree?
It's
It's
so much of a road trip song.
yeah. It even has this
You're giving it away. You're giving it away. I think now it's
it
time to
has
play.
oh yeah that comes but that's a different like we'll talk about it but even up till this part right it has this groove of
4x4 groove going on.
it it pushes you into the that momentum of that song.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one more thing that I really want to note is the lyric, right? It's written by Tamare, one of the finest female South Indian lyric writers ever. And she's done a fantastic job.
Mhm.
I'll just give you like, obviously, you said that since you haven't picked up the lyrics are not familiar, but the simple line that I love most is the part முதலில் முதலில் யார் சொல்வது அன்பை முதலில் யார் எய்வது அம்பை. So it's basically this fresh love, right? This is
Uh,
first. So it's about this fresh love, but there is this feeling, and they haven't professed to each other. So the first line basically says, "முதலில் யார் சொல்வது அன்பை." Who's the one to first profess their love? Anbu is love. At the same time, முதலில் யார் எய்வது அம்பை. Ambu is arrow. So Anbu is love. Ambu with an M is
oh,
arrow. So who's going to say their love? Who's going to profess their love first? And who's going to shoot the arrow first? Like Cupid or
oh.
Manmadan, it's the symbol, right? Arrow. So it's so intricate. It's
Man,
so,
I feel like I'm missing out all the context, right? I pick a song based on melody and I try to replicate the feeling on the basis of melody, but I have no clue what they're saying. So,
it's so intricate. And even when the first line when Shashat Tirupati comes in, right? பறவை போலாகினேன் என்று. Even that line it means I've become like a bird. My hands have become like feathers and I'm flying, taking flight.
mhm.
So it's that fleeting feeling of that first love. So it's
Oh,
amazing. The lyrics are fantastic. It's genius.
wow,
And
wow.
obviously it's, you know, backed by and then packaged by Rahman to all of that. Let's listen to the
Yeah,
next part.
let's go into the meat of the song. I think let's play a little bit of the previous part and then. So this
Yeah.
groove, this goes throughout the song from this
Yeah.
point onwards, except Sasha's the alap part. So, what do you like about this portion?
It's, even up till this point, it's not obvious what's going to happen.
Yeah, no clue.
There's no idea what's coming for you. That's what I love about this part. And it's also like, oh, maybe there's an interlude there.
Yeah,
What's going to happen? Is someone going to sing? Something's going to happen. Yeah, and we jump into
yeah.
something crazy.
So,
I love the part where it also reminds me of, this groove especially reminds me of another song. Uh, Oh,
tuta
tuta
tuta.
tuta, ek parinda se tuta.
Yeah, the guitar
It's like
strumming of
that,
this. Yeah, so this groove is basically uh, uh, how. So this is, if you beat it into, if you divide it, it's a 4 by 4. So if you divide it into 16 bars, this is not like they are still meeting the 16 counts, but they are not meeting the
Mm,
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. What they are doing: 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So 12 plus 4. So 3 into
yeah.
4 plus 4, and there are two rhythms going on. One the regular 4 by 4, and one is, and that just like sends me into a tizzy. Like, oh my god, that is such a headbanging kind of.
And it's also so different than the previous meter, right? Which is kind of
Completely.
straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So nice.
So let's play this thing, and then suddenly this Carnatic instrument comes in.
Mm. Hmm. Carnatic concert.
Another
Yeah,
another
it's a
another part of the
premonition.
song.
So the first section is this straight love song, right? It's a very groovy road trip feel and new, fresh, all of those things. And suddenly we enter a Carnatic concert with what I think is Ananda Bhairavi Ragam, which
Okay.
is uh, which is being played there. And
Okay.
it's almost like you're watching instrumentalists suddenly jamming, right? It feels like an improvised part.
So which instrument is this? Is
The first one is violin.
okay, violin, nothing, this thing, nothing like a Shehnai or something?
The sec like the first opening part is violin for sure. And
Okay.
then something else comes in. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably some kind of a sound design,
Okay.
or maybe it's a guitar, which is kind of electric
Okay.
with an electric feel to it.
Probably Keba.
But
Probably
huh?
Keba. Probably Keba is playing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Keba
has to be
Jeremiah
Keba.
is, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What
Probably
percussion
that.
instrument is going on?
It's definitely Ganjira in the background,
Kanjira. Yeah.
and but also that Ganjira is also sound designed in a certain way to just play the bass. It doesn't have the bells. In some
Okay.
portions, it doesn't have the bells,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay. I wanted to do a series of Rahman's interludes that should ideally be songs. So this is probably my favorite interlude. Before I heard this song, my favorite interlude was Kabhi Neem's second interlude, where the guy comes in, doesn't make
Mm.
like there's no lyrics, but he's doing "Hey." That was my favorite Rahman interlude till date, and this one came in. Now this is my favorite, and I actually, when I recorded it, I will yeah, I did the sargam part of it, so I'll sing the sargam on top of it. Where is it? கோலாடி மெல்ல கனவுகள் அருகே கண்ணின் வழியே என் தோள் மீது நீ குளிர் காய்கின்ற தீ Pada sa sa da da pa ma pada sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma pada sa sa da da pa ma pada sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa pa ga re ma ga sa pa pada sa ni pa pada sa sa da da pa ma pada sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa pa ma di ga re sa da sa ga re sa da pa da sa re ma pa ma di ga re sa da sa re ma pa sa re ma pa sa ni pa ma di ga re sa re ma pa ni pa re sa re sa sa re ga ga re sa sa re ni sa re ga sa pa da sa re da ga ga re sa da re ni sa da pa da ni pa ma re ga re sa ni pa re sa ni pa ma pa da sa sa da da pa ma pa da sa ni da pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma.
Nice. It's
So
also a
our mutual
combination. I think
our
it's a combination of two rag.
uh,
Like,
our mutual friend Pramod told me that I'm singing the notes wrong. I mean,
oh,
I'm singing the notes right, but I'm saying the notes wrong, which
oh,
I think some of the starting and ending notes I'm saying them, but since they're Carnatic and they're loopy, so I don't think I'm saying them right.
right.
So I just made it up.
Well, you made it up really nice, I would
No,
say.
no, I went off.
You know,
Clearly, lack of riyas. You cannot do these things without proper riyas. But yeah, what a interlude. And like you were not prepared for this like purely Carnatic portion in
yeah,
any
it's
part of the rest of the song also.
absolute,
It's a
and it does
absolutely
something
amazing.
to the song, doesn't it? It has this kind of, I don't know what to call it. It's there in a lot of Tamil songs, especially because it adds a different kind of flavor to it. It's almost
Yeah.
like it gives you a premonition of marriage is going to happen or something. You know,
Ah.
it's
So
leading
all
there.
things lead to marriage.
I could be wrong about it, but it does feel like it. It's like something auspicious is happening, something great. We're praying to Lord Ganesha or something. It's in many of the songs, so
Ah.
it's
So there is a
it's
little
fun
bit
to.
of a devotional element in many songs. You're saying,
Not more than devotional elements, it's more like an auspicious event for these characters, something like, as I said, marriage is going to happen.
yeah,
So, love and then marriage and then, family and all of those things. So, it's
yeah.
probably just that. I could be reading into it because,
Like,
interludes are
that's
interludes.
that's art, right? It's open to interpretations.
Well, um,
Should we go to
yeah,
first para?
yeah,
And in this groove, in this meter, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1. Here comes the lyrics. Now you will tell me what the lyrics mean, but like to me, who's not understanding any of the word, I am just struck by the beauty of the meter, like how well constructed the meter is, that it's fitting so well in the groove.
it's yeah, it's something else. It's so fantastic.
It is. I think I want to gonna keep the guitar on the side because I want to do justice to the song. I don't want to be in two minds. because I still can't to this day play an instrument or sing a song properly. Yeah. So, what do you think about this part?
So here's the thing about this. These lyrics have always made me think of a Carnatic song, basically, a song to sung to Lord Murugan,
Huh.
and it has this kind of lyric, and it is completely devotional and completely out of context here.
Okay.
But apparently, when I Google search this,
Huh.
there's no such song. It's basically this
Okay.
one. This one is entirely new lyric. I may be
Uh-huh.
wrong about that, but it's entirely new lyric, and it's not the same that the other devotional song at all.
Okay.
So, but it has the same thing. It is exactly in the meter of that other
Uh,
Carnatic song.
okay.
So other
Okay.
devotional song.
Some
Yeah, yeah.
inspiration might have been there. So for this is for me three things going on. Yeah, so one is that the instrument, which is
Mhm.
somewhat of a muted guitar, that is
Yeah,
following the melody, that is following the lead line,
yeah.
and the lead line is saying so beautiful voice, and I'm like, but in those two things where the guitar is following the song and the song is leading, there's a strings hit going on. எட்டெத்திசை மொட்டும் எரி பகலில் கொட்டும் தரட்டட் chet 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 chet. I just love this part, and that sort of ties me
Yeah.
to the instrumental part of the song. Yes, the guitar is following the song, and the song is beautiful. The melody is beautiful, but the composition is so well made that you cannot not hear the strings hit that is going in the background.
Yeah. It's a different groove, isn't it? It's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right?
Yeah,
It's a different groove altogether, but it just fits in. It's so good. And it's as I said, and
yeah.
it's so organic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is. Nothing seems out of place. It's so
Yeah.
well tied, but
Building one
still,
like layer by layer. Yeah.
and it's like the more you listen to it, the more parts of the song you discover. Like, hey, I had not heard this before. Oh, this bass line in this note. When did he play that? So yeah. So again, these two lines repeat again. Once more. It's a slightly different with first one. Second
It's freer. It's freer in some way,
one.
right?
Yeah. Back to yeah. So this was the first interlude before the magic of the second interlude comes, which which we will try to pick.
Oh, that
Uh,
I will not even pretend to know that part. It's so
it's just a
intricate.
lot of notes. It's
It's a
not.
lot of notes. It's super
Yeah.
fast. Like let's talk about that later. But this one is again going back to the beauty of the lyrics. It's almost like it's the meaning is almost like he's saying all of these beautiful things that are coming and hitting me. This wind hitting me from the front, and Shoulder of Parrot, and all of those things, right?
Okay.
These are amazing, and I don't think I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
And then he sings to Rasaali,
Yeah.
um, which is I think Falcon or something. Pandayama, want to bet who's gonna profess their love first, or who's
Oh.
gonna shoot their arrow first?
Uh,
It's almost like a challenge. Now I understand, like by knowing this,
uh,
what the instruments and what the improv seeming part, that Carnatic improv seeming part is all
uh,
about, because when you watch a Carnatic concert and or even Hindustani concert, for instance, the instrumentalists that are, it's a back and forth. It's almost like a challenge. It's
right.
almost like a bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's I feel now, I don't think it's the auspicious
Jugalbandi.
thing that I was talking about. It's more like this challenge, I'll give it, give and take on
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah. I
or
agree.
that
I
kind of
agree.
uh
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just that, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I just like when I sing the song and when I'm listening to it, and so I'm the song is going in my head, and maybe I'm singing it with my voice, but my the rest of my physical being, my body is trying to groove to the percussive elements of the song, right?
Mhm.
And when he brings it back, there's the first bar. There is
Mm.
no percussion in there. If I was a pleb composer, I would have put hi-hat elements in one and three. In one and three, between one, two, three, four. But this song, in the second bar, he introduces the hi-hat and he gives it again in two and four in the off elements. So I'll play it. No percussive elements. First bar goes. So
Mm.
in the off notes, he puts again this thing, the hi hat or whatever tambourine is being played, and the same thing happens in when Sasha Tirupati's interlude comes. It's like amazing vocal solo,
Mm.
and slowly one instrument will come in, the second instrument will come in, and then the hi hat element will come in, and
Yeah,
slowly it comes from a nothing to again the full orchestra. So let's do that if you're ready.
yeah. Next.
Oh, I'm so
I'm not
excited for
ready. I'm not ready for it, but we'll
this.
try. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That is just
this is
insane.
this this
That
is
is
seriously
insane.
difficult. Okay, this is no joke.
True story. I heard this song for the first time and I was like, what the hell is this part? It's so, how the hell can, like, I was convinced that this is some kind of, something programmed, some,
No, no,
some
she
kind of
does this live
auto-tune,
also.
some stuff. And then I went searching for how this can be
She has
sung.
a video on
She
this.
has a video explaining, and I was like, even after this, I cannot
That
figure this
doesn't help.
out. This is
That does
insane.
not help.
Does not
So
help at
it's
all.
yeah.
I kind of did it in, like, I kind of did, or maybe it's far away from it, but I kind of did a version of it on
Uh-huh.
Instagram.
Okay.
It's somewhere there.
Okay.
Uh, so I know some of the notes, but they could be really wrong or extra
Yeah.
because it does not help in the speed at all.
Okay. Yeah. If it
And
doesn't help in the speed, then somewhere something.
something is wrong.
Yeah.
But I still kind of keep singing the same things again and again so that it's has some kind of setting in the voice.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Let's
it's
try it.
really yeah, yeah, yeah.
Eh,
నిన్ను కోరి
Oh,
నిన్ను
sing the first part again.
నిన్ను Ninnu kori,
Perfect. Kori. That's the first line.
kori,
Nu ko.
ko,
Ah,
kori,
ko twice.
ko,
Ninnu kori.
kori, ninnu kori.
Oh, plain.
Plain,
Ninnu
right? Nin,
kori. Ninnu
ninnu,
kori.
ninnu, ninnu kori, ninnu
Ninnu
kori.
kori. No, just
Mm,
Ninnu Kori. Just a flick.
oh, ninnu kori,
Yeah, perfect.
unnanura.
Ninnu Kori. Ninnu Kori.
Is this the line?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ninnu
Kori, ninnu kori. Yeah, ninnu
Kori.
kori,
It's it. Ninnu Kori.
unnanura. Ninnu kori. Isn't that the is
Ninnu Kori. Yes. Anurag. Then the crazy part.
yeah, that's the easy part. That's the part which you can
No, I messed up. I messed up.
kori kori something like that. But
Yeah,
it's
there
almost
are
like pa
three.
sa pa sa sa sa
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
something like that. Something like
Yeah.
that. You got to hear it once again to just figure that.
I am missing the, so I make a mistake in the this going up. I
Mm,
think there's one jump I'm not doing exactly right.
mm.
Uh,
Uh,
but it is slow. It's easier to do it in slow because the notes are not complicated. It's just the speed.
the speed,
The
it's
the
so insane. It's
speed
so
is
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
I just, I don't know how you said that in your head. Like you can, I've been doing it like
Yeah.
this part, I've been doing it since I was in Halifax 2 years, 2 years ago, right? That's where I put the Instagram video, but it's that one, even that one portion, right, towards the end.
Yeah.
ನಿಂದುಕೋ ಮಗರಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ
Yeah.
ಮಗರಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಪ ಮಗರಿ ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಪ ಪ ಸ ಸ ಸ ಧನಿ.
I think
Oh,
there's a
there
Nisa
is
as
any.
well.
Go pa pa sa magari ಧನಿ ಸರಿ ಗಮ ಪ ni ni
Ni
ni
Nisa.
ni sa.
I think so. Someday, someday.
Yeah, yeah, right. You're close to the yeah. You're doing the speed. But yeah, it's just that quick slip, and then you just keep going, right?
Yeah, the thing is that with this everything is so like one thing depends on the next, and it depends on the next, that if you slip any note and you
Mm,
try to come back to it, it will be a mess because you cannot make it add up by the end. You
yeah,
make the slightest note slip, and then you're taking that as a reference for your next starting point, and if you miss that, you cannot tie it back by the end. You'll be like, you will come back in the end and it will not tie up, and like, oh, okay, I've screwed up.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's so much practice. I guess it's
Yeah.
you just keep doing it, and
Yeah,
you
I want to.
eventually
I
reach
want to
that.
do it. I want to record it on top of the track so
Yeah.
that
And I've been
on
trying
tempo
to
and
convince
everything.
you to do this cover, right? We've been trying to.
Yes, yes.
I've told you before that this is amazing to cover. You know?
Challenge. This is a challenge. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll learn it and we'll do it.
It's not
Then
a challenge for you. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a few tries, and you'll be like, ah, चलो इसमें दो तीन add note, let's add
So
some notes also.
this is the kind of complexity. So I see complexity as two types, right? One is more time to learn, and one is more time to execute.
Mm-hmm.
This is the more time to execute portion, because
Mm-hmm.
you can slow it down and understand the notes. It's not complicated notes, and it's not in that speed that if you slow it down, then it will be warped. For example, garaj garaj, the garaj garaj jugalbandi, the notes of that is like, it's so much in such speed that if you slow it down, it's sounding a little warped.
Mm-hmm.
So just understanding the notes is difficult, and then the execution part is not that difficult if you understand that it's still on the rag. This one you'll understand quickly, but it's in such high speed that just like
Yeah.
executing and everything is so close together that there is very little margin for error. Like when you have tans or alaps where the notes are big spaced away, then you can slip a little bit and still sort of approximate the rest of the things, because if you slip on one, you will not slip on the next, you will sort of land on the right note. But this one, if you slip a little bit, then the next becomes bad, right?
Right.
And then you cannot tie it back in the end. So I think this is the complexity is on the execution side. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, then she starts bringing the song again, and it is like the same melody as the
Same melody as before, yeah,
previous interlude, the
with
previous
some
paragraph.
variations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
let's
she is
listen to it.
adding her variation, but just focus on how it is just voice first and with the muted guitar first, and then the tambourine joins in, and then the the electric guitar part joins in, and then the kick drum comes in. Tambourine, kick drum. If I ever sing this song,
Yeah.
this is where I'll jump.
It's yeah, it's such an organic build. I just
Yeah.
keep going back to the layers, right? There's so many layers.
So in
And
this
when
one,
you
there are
break it
two
down,
guitars, right? One is playing the lead line, that the melody line
yeah.
muted, and but in this one, if you take this as a four-line interlude, on the third line, the electric guitar starts playing. Chan, 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 chan. Now second guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. And at some places, I think the lead guitar is also playing a harmony somewhere, like in the
You
very
see,
beginning, or is
again,
it the same?
I can't recognize harmony. That's like that just completely beats me. Let's hear it.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun. All
yeah.
of those things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's doing all of those things.
I would not have been able to identify it myself. It's your
No,
your
no,
ear which you identify as.
no, no, it's just yeah,
What
all
is
of
the
those.
bass line of this song?
I well,
Is there an explicit bass line?
I haven't picked up the bass line, but I think it in the portions which are very very straight, it's kind
Huh.
of easy to pick up.
Right.
In these portions, it grooves with the
Tup,
uh
tup, tup.
with the ganjira. Tum tum
Okay.
tum 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 tum
Yeah.
tum. Yeah. Do
If
do
you
dum.
had to make the bass line for this, what notes would you play?
Oh, that's a hard question to ask. Well, I'll follow the chords. I'll follow the chords. The chords that you were playing earlier were sounding fantastic. So this, uh,
Play. If you play on the this thing on the thicker strings, on the groove. What
yeah,
groove would you play, and what? And mute also.
yeah.
Can't hear. Will you play as many notes? Would you play notes, or would you keep it single note? It
I would
just
I
the
would
two.
keep it I would keep it percussive,
Ah,
something like that.
ah. So you
It's
will do the flourish at the end. But
yeah.
the bar you will keep clean.
I would. I mean, it's the whole idea would be then to not distract from all the elements that are going on. At
Ah.
least my motivation would be like that. Like if you keep doing something like a it's kind of messy when you do it
Yeah, it is. It is.
because there's a groove going on the root note. You wouldn't want to do something like a you know
Pa pa sa pa sa pa
yeah.
pa. Something on the power chord.
Like it doesn't sound good. Maybe it's some places it's probably done.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was looking at the chord, and it said like E major, but I could rarely hear the ga. Like I could. It's most is power chord based. I felt
This groove or like very in the very beginning because in the
like
very beginning
in
I
the very
think
beginning. Like if you had to, if it's more E power chord than E major.
then it's so Rahman likes to do this kind of chord a lot, which is kind of
Okay,
an open string power chord.
open
It's
string
it's
power
been
chord.
it's this the same chord he uses in Luka Chupi as well, right?
Right. I thought Luka Chupi is sus too. No.
It's this chord, I think.
Okay.
It starts with that. And then
It is not very clear. So for the next iteration of our this thing, I can't hear your guitar very well.
oh really?
Yeah.
It's probably suppressing it. Uh,
Yeah.
sorry guys, we haven't figured out live yet, but we're working on it. It's
By
basically if I play it straight, do you hear it? Do you hear the chord?
muffled, very muffled.
Muffled? Yeah. So I think it's
Now I can hear it.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
probably it's the distance.
I think it's cutting out the highs, man. It's cutting
It's
out the
cutting out
highs.
the height. It's I think it's a some weird noise suppression setting, but
Probably.
it's basically an open string chord as like if the position is clearer, I think you
Okay.
would see that it's basically the E string,
Huh.
the fifth string E, and then fourth string it's kind of a B, and then again it goes back to E. There's no G sharp, as you said.
Okay.
There's no
Ga.
ga
There's no
sound.
ga.
So
Yeah.
it's completely open, and
Hmm.
therefore it has this really fresh sound. That's why I was earlier when you were putting a capo and you were playing it on D, right? That's why I
Huh.
mentioned like this is kind of easy because you're moving between E and then you're moving between this A sus2 kind of A added 9, which is kind of this chord,
Okay.
then B added 9,
Okay.
and then you come
Was
down to
it's not B minor?
it's in some place no B minor B A minor comes in some places, right?
Yeah, A minor does come in there. Yeah. So it is power chord. So you really
It
like it.
is yeah, it is a power chord, like, but it's not muted. It's more like a open string arrangement.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Keba is amazing in those things.
Yeah, and obviously if he uses capo on some things, it's for a reason. It just
Oh,
enhances the whole
oh my
thing.
God.
He even
Yeah.
uses string capo sometimes just to have a
Wow.
custom custom arrangement of the strings.
Yeah, and his guitar like has such like unique voicings. It's very hard to replicate. There's one song I'm trying to pick up. This uska there's a Nikhil Matthews sung by Nikhil Matthews in Radio Mirchi,
Mhm.
and usme Keba is playing with a capo. He's playing A but with a capo so that he's playing G, and I don't know what capo that makes third fret or second fret.
This is your second fret.
Second fret, yeah. So he's playing G, but he's basically playing A, and just the voicings he's doing with all the open chords, it's beautiful. Anyway, sorry, off topic, but
No,
yeah,
no, it's
K-by appreciation.
every so it's that's what the layer includes Keva Jeremiah as well. So it's so many layers, so much composition, right? Within one song, I that's what I said. Like within one song, the bass line, the guitar line, the violin and instruments and Carnatic, Ganjira and all of those things. Plus, you have Sasha Tirupati and Satya Prakash doing all of this.
Yeah.
It's too much for one song. It shouldn't be legal. It shouldn't be legal at all. But here we are.
Yeah, so you have to listen to it about 5,000 times to really appreciate everything, and or more. I have easily crossed that number of listens. This melody, Sasha sings a little bit different when she's
Yeah.
closing out there. So let's listen to that. There's a Komal note there. It's different from the thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's different.
but this line is not repeated. It goes back to the
That's
previous
right.
melody
Yeah.
only, and the second
Yeah.
line. I really like this looping. There's a little bit of variation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, sing it. You're singing.
Na, 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 na. This is from the
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God. Yes,
that
yes,
adds to it.
yes.
Yeah, that feeling comes to it. Yeah, yeah,
We should do a Kavi Neem cover breakdown sometime. It's a
yeah.
very fond memory. It was my first Octopad song, and there were
Okay.
so many percussive elements going on. I had no idea how to do what. So again, our mutual friend Pramod. This is the second time I'm mentioning Pramod today. He set the patches and everything, and I will never forget the song in my life. That's because that's the first time I saw actual application of signal processing things we learned in real life. So he showed me that if the patch is linear, y equal to x, then the
Hmm.
harder you hit, the harder it will sound. If it's y log x, or if it's equal to e to the power x, then the sound will go. So
Oh, okay.
if you have to replicate a baya sound, then it will go like this. So y equal to e to the power x is a
Uh-huh.
good patch for that. But if you're one bringing the baya down, then y equal to e to the power minus x will do that. I was mind blown, right? And
Guys,
yeah,
we
sorry.
just entered from music appreciation to electronics engineering appreciation. This will require another 1 hour to go.
This will. But yeah, so Kavi Neem. So I had eight pads, and I could put maybe one or two instrument, but some instruments were going in every count, right? So if you divide a bar into eight parts, then like some of the parts were such that I was using all the eight pads, all the eight components of an octapad, but I needed more than that. So what Pramod did was, and like bless him for this, he put on some of the instruments in such a way that for me to hear that I have to hit hard. So in a, say in 1 and 3, if I'm playing 1 2 3 4, then 1 and 3 I will hit hard, and only at those times those sound will come. Now the
Mhm.
funny part was Pramod is a lefty. I am not,
Mhm.
but the pattern he showed me was a kind of a cyclical pattern. And till date, if I have to do anything like that, I start with the left hand, because Pramod showed me the cycle pattern with the left hand. But coming 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and he has a cyclical pattern where you start from the flank and come to the center, go up, go out to the flank, and
Mhm.
basically you are just doing circles on the octopad. And on 1 and 3, on 1 and 3 with the left hand, you're hitting hard because he's a lefty. And you sort of, along with the baya that is going on, you also put the tambourine or the ghungru. I think that was a patch. I think for that song, I read somewhere that Rahman hung the ghungrus from a
Oh,
rope.
really?
Oh, yeah, he hung rope and he tied ghungru to that, and he
Hmm.
beat that ghungru with a stick to get the proper sustain.
Mhm.
Because just ghungru against skin or against hand or against leg
It
stomp, that
stops.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stomps, but it wasn't sustaining. But if you
Yeah.
hang it from the rope and you hit it, then there's more room to sustain. Crazy, crazy ideas.
Possibly Shivamani did it, like
Yeah, yeah,
in
Shiva
the
Mani
session,
only did.
but
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
well, that's a different
Uh,
genius altogether.
yeah, sorry, complete tangent, but I think we haven't appreciated the percussive elements of the song enough.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, Rahman's percussive elements, again, just the rhythm and everything is god level. Wrapping up.
Such a even. Hmm.
முதலில் யார் சொல்வது யார் சொல்வது உண்மை முதலில் யார் எய்வது யார் எய்வதம்மை மௌனம் பேசாமலே பேசாமலே சொல்ல மாமினி நின்றவளம் கோலாடி மெல்ல கனவுகள் வருதே கண்ணின் வெளியே. This is a குளிர் காய்கின்றதே என் தோள் மீது குளிர் காய்கின்றதே குளிர்.
Yeah.
What a song. What?
This segment is great as a beginning. It's great as an end.
Ah.
It's great as in the middle as well. Before,
Yes.
he goes from that percussive thing to Shasha Tirupati's vocal solo.
Yeah.
Even there, this part comes, right?
Yeah.
So it's just such a nice way to place it in different ways,
So
right?
four songs for me. The intro and the closing is the same. That's one song. The first interlude is one song. The second interlude, Sasha Tirupati, is another song, and the two paragraphs are more or less kind of similar. So that's a fourth song. So proper four songs. Like anybody can take those portions away and make a song with it. It's just so beautiful. And they are, so this reminds me of those old songs like R.D. Varman, S.D. Varman songs, where the verse would be completely different from the intro, right, and from the
Hmm.
chorus, so that when you're hearing the intro, you want the verse to come, and when the verse comes, you're like, okay, when we will go back to the intro. It's like you're listening to two or three songs. uh I just in some Diwali party in Delhi, I sang Meetna Mila Re Man Ka, right? So the intro is Meetna Mila Re Man, koi to milane ka karo re upaan. But the verse is like चैन नहीं बाहर चैन नहीं घर में उसको ढूंढा हर नगर में हर डगर में, completely different, right? So there is more like distinct value, like discovering value or the re-listen kind of value in those songs, where I feel the intro and a verse is completely different. So this gave me a feeling of songs like that, songs like the past. But like many Rahman songs are, is he's so rich in ideas, he doesn't
Oh
have
yeah.
to
It's so
compromise.
strange to see like one composition done that way, right? Each composition. How do you come up with those ideas, man?
Exactly.
I am
Exactly. The
so,
question I have
yeah.
no answer to. How can you come up with these ideas?
It's I think it's just, crazy to just dig deep into yourself and
Yeah.
finding those kinds of ideas.
Like when they teach music production, when they teach composing of like for mainstream purposes for pop songs, they teach that you come up with a hook first, right?
Yeah.
You come up with a hook and then you structure your song around the hook. What is the hook in this song? Everything is a hook. The whole song is a hook, right? It's not Badtameez Dil Badtameez, which by the way is a very good hook. But if you ask what is the hook of Badtameez Dil, you can immediately say what the hook is. What is the
Mhm.
hook of Rasali?
Yeah, it's all a hook, it's all
You're hooked. You're
yeah,
completely
you're hooked to the composition for sure, for sure. It's a I
yeah.
mean that's why this excitement, right? That's why this excitement for Rahman compositions. And
Yeah.
again, breaking down, I don't think we've done enough justice to, break down this thing yet
Probably not.
because the layers are infinite layers, right? They're
Yeah.
infinite. And again, we'll come back to another song,
Yeah.
with another Rahman song possibly in the future and break that down using the learnings from this song. So we can get, probably deeper into the mind of A.R. Rahman at some point, hopefully.
Which song do we want to do for the next iteration? Do you have anything in mind?
Uh, I don't know. What do you think? What do you feel like? We should do some kind of a different kind of genre because we've done O Rangres, which is again
Yeah.
this major chord feel kind of song, and then
Yeah.
this is again major chord kind of feeling. And what I mean by that is, you know, all of those kind of things. I would want to ideally switch gears to something maybe a Sindhu Bhairavi or something.
सपनों से भरे नैना.
Yeah, that's exactly
Sindhu
what I was thinking.
Bhairavi. Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah, let's do that maybe.
Yeah, let's do Sapno Se Bhare. I went to a concert and I heard Shankar Mahadevan do it live. And I had never picked up Sapno Se Bhare Naina for some reason because, for some reason, exactly we know what the reason is. I don't like Komal songs. But yeah, this will force me to pick up the song.
Yeah.
This was
Oh,
fun. See, I'm
this
still
was fun.
grinning. I think I
Yeah,
grinned for like 1 hour because of this
yeah.
song. It's so
It's gonna hurt.
crazy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
hurt.
it's a crazy song, man. It's a crazy song.
Rasaali, Rasaali, and you. இங்கு நீ வேகமான வேகமா சொல்லு வெளிகாரம் பொய் சொல்லும் என்றே கண்டேன் மேற்காகிட கண்டேன்.
Yeah.
It's just, I'll keep singing it. The last time we did O Rangres and I kept singing it for infinite minutes.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take this back home and I'm gonna sing it forever. Yeah.
Yeah. I anyway keep singing Rasaali or keep
Yeah, keep listening
headbanging
to
to
it.
the song.
Yeah. It's a soul song.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
this has been great. Thanks for joining, and see you in another session next week. And we'll come back with a different song altogether. Have a lovely evening, and do subscribe and like and share and enjoy.